Hi, welcome back to Crochet Creations with Christy. And I am outside on the deck. Tried something new today. Grab a cup. I have lots of stuff to talk about today. I am right close to where our dog runs in and out of the house. He can go in, he can stay in, he can come out. If something out here distracts him and barks, he's right here. So I have no idea what's going to happen. Today's coffee is candy apple flavored coffee with coffee cake creamer. So it has a little touch of cinnamon in it. And it's delicious. I hope you can hear me. I've never sat down before, and I'm at the picnic table, so I don't know how this is going to work, but I can hear the birds, I can hear the planes, I can hear a lot of stuff. So we had end of a month and a beginning of a month, and when that happens, I do a lot of drawings and repost and stuff like that, and my internet went out. So Thursday night there was no power, no internet, and internet never came on until after the spectrum came at 5 o'clock yesterday. So I was scrambling around yesterday trying to do it, because in order to use the wheel I have to be online. So it's a really crazy day, but we'll start out with drawings on winners and that kind of thing, and just go right into it. So drawings for the weekly D-Stash this week was for this cake. It's a latte cake, and it was in frozen ginger, and the winner for that was Sandy from Left is Right Crochet. So congratulations to Sandy. Now, if she's watching, she'll probably say, how do I contact you? But anyway, that was a shock. The new D-Stash is up for this week. We have 2 skeins of Loops and Threads Charisma. This is a bulky 5. You can find it at Michael's. It is 100%, I believe, acrylic. Yes, it is. Machine wash and dryable. It has 109 yards, and the colorway is eggplant. Beautiful. You get 2 skeins of those. That's the D-Stash for the week. If you are familiar with my channel, I have a Facebook page and all the things going on over there. So all you have to do is become a member. Just click down in the description box, and I'll accept you as a new member. End of the month means the yearly make-along, which is called Hats, and More Hats, come to an end for the month of April. And we had a skein of Loops and Threads Impeccable in the color Charcoal Tweed. And the winner of that was I have it written here. I really do. Somewhere. Michelle Bertram. So congratulations to Michelle. And the new month of May, the yarn for the winner for the month of May. Now the post is up, and it shows all the months. It shows the hats that I'm making and where the patterns came from, and I've been putting them all year long through the January through April. So I'm on I've got 25 done, and I will show you the 25th today. And so the next month's skein of yarn is a Colorscape. It's a Red Heart Colorscape, and it is a beautiful purple, chartreuse, and blue color changing for medium. This color is called Barcelona, and it is, yes, it is. I didn't read it. 187 yards. I hadn't read it earlier. It's 100% acrylic. I did say that. And it has how many yards, Chris? They're all different, and they all put them in different places. 187 yards. I probably already said that. Okay, so that is for the hats, and more hats for May. And another make-along I have going on over there is actually co-hosting with Tea Doddles, and you're probably well aware of the Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge. And the winner of this baby blanket kit for the month of April for New Beginnings was Tiffany Nicely. So congratulations to Tiffany. I think that is all of the winners. Oh yes, it is. It's all of the winners that I had for this week. So everybody needs to get in touch with me and let me know where to send your prizes. Oh yes, there was one more. A couple weeks ago, I picked a winner for my 400 subscriber giveaway. And that was off of episode 17. And the winner has not claimed it. So I went ahead this morning and picked a new winner. And that new winner's name is Ida Fowler. So congratulations to Ida. Ida, if you're listening, send me a message and I'll get your package out to you. And that was with the pansies. You probably all remember that. No, you don't. Okay, so I'm going right on to the fact that I was crocheting this morning, or actually this afternoon, and I heard my name on Chevy Rel's channel, and I was like, oh my gosh. Well, I had sent her a sympathy card, and at the same time, she also had a birthday, and I'm like, oh, what do I do? It's a sympathy card, and it's a birthday card, and okay, so I'll write it and as a sympathy, put happy birthday and put a little something in it. So I put a stitch marker in there. And she didn't open it. And she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything for the longest time. So finally I said something to her like, did you get that? Because I just didn't want the stitch marker to get lost or anything. So anyway, she said she had found it, but she didn't know that I had a channel, and she probably still doesn't know, but that's okay. But I was like, over the moon because she said my name. And I have some smile mail from another podcaster. Now this one is, you are well aware that I am in a show with Kim from the Crafty Nomad, and last week when we had our live, we said that something was not working out in the mail. Well, it finally came, of course, when the live is over. So here is my gifts from Kim. She sent me. This is a project bag, a nice little tote bag with our logo on the front. Hook and Stitch Live. If you don't know about our little show and our little channel, then I will pop down episode number 2, and you can all go watch the replay, because we like to interact with the community, and we like other girls to come on and do things with us. So in order for you to do that, you're going to have to see what it's all about. And she sent me a t-shirt with our, am I in the view? With our logo on the front, and it's purple. Purple. I love it. Thank you, Kim. So, the first bunch of girls we had on that joined in, Kim went ahead and said that she would give a bag to one of the participants. So we put a whole bunch of names that were the girls that were on, and we put them in the wheel and spun it, and the winner of one of these tote bags was Christy Cook. So that was so funny. But we took those winners from the participants on episode 2. But later on in the day, I had mentioned that if you said, had a comment on my page from, I had taken, what I had done was I had taken these yarns and I'd made 2 kits out of them. So there's one kit with one color yarn in it, and another kit with another color yarn in it. Now this yarn is Queensland Collection. And what I did was I made 2 kits, and they were from the live. And they include a pattern that Kim Thompson wrote for a pair of fingerless gloves. And what I said was, if you watched the live, you could go on over to my Facebook page and put the word Avalon in the comments of that post, and I was going to draw 2 winners for these kits from that post. So that was the keyword I'm looking for. So there's another hint to go do that. So I'm waiting to pick that. Now, a couple more little shout outs here, because that's what this is, kind of like a little shout out. I have been tagged in a snack tag by 2 girls. One is Heather from the Crochet Witch, and the other one is Laura from Mad Mimi Crochet. And so I am going to tell you my snacks that I like to have, and one of them is popcorn. It's right up on the top of the list. In fact, my favorite popcorn ever is the movie theater popcorn. I mean, literally, I could go there, stop, buy popcorn, and bring it home. It is that good. I love it. And I miss it. The second thing I like is cashews, or any kind of nuts, really. Nuts are great. I just think that I could sit and eat the whole jar. And then the other thing that I should not have anymore is cheese and crackers and pepperoni. I just love cheese and crackers and pepperoni. So those are my favorite 3 snacks. Speaking of giveaways, I am coming up closer and closer to 500. So I'm building a box for my 500 subscriber giveaway. And so I'm going to add another item to that. And this is a little tiny ball of cotton I got from my order from Lovecrafts. I ordered 3 of these. I love giving these away because they've sucked all the air out of them and shrink wrapped them, and they fit in the boxes so well. And it's still a big amount of cotton, and it's really nice. And if you haven't tried it, now's your chance. So keep watching for that, because when I eventually hit 500 subscribers, I'll have a box of things from each episode. Okay, so now I will go on to my works in progress. I've been knitting on this sweater for a little while. Now, speaking of works in progress, I'm only going to show things that I have had an amount of work on. So I'm not going to show you all my works in progress every time. I'm sure a lot of you know that I have 6 or 7 things going, and so do all of you. So this one is my little knit one I started in this Tara. It is the one with 18% wool in it. And it is a regular raglan down. I am getting farther and farther. I do have the sleeves done. I've had the sleeves done for a while. Now that's where I was last time. So I've done all of that. Wait a minute. Now how am I showing this? I've done from there to there. So I've done quite a bit. However, I did notice one thing on this sweater. And I know it's probably because I'm a new knitter. But if you look at the sides, now, my sides are not very even. Like, it's not exactly perfect. And I did notice that she says that when you get done with such and such, you're going to take a crochet hook and you're going to go around the whole thing. So I'm not concerned, and I'm not going to rip it out. I'm going to continue going on because it is my first sweater that I had started. And I'm thinking that it's going to be fine when I go around the outside. So in case you're a new knitter and that happens to you, she suggested that you slip stitched the first one. And even when I'm doing that, it still looks like crap to me because I think it's the yarn. It's the kind of yarn that's twisted, and it has a mind of its own. And the reason why I think it's the yarn is because I am going to show you, I started a new sweater, and this one I'm doing in Cozy Baby by Loops and Threads. This is a 3-light. This is a 70% acrylic and a 30% polyamide. And the color is Sedona. Now, this is why I want you to see this. I'm not very far. This is a hooded sweater. And I started it, I don't know, a couple days ago or last weekend or something. And so, like I said, I haven't knitted very long. But you knit it top down. So this is the top, and it's a hood. So this is the top of the hood, and you sew that together later. And as you're going down, this would be your edge. Every time, and you're going to turn, So, because you don't do it in a circle, you do it flat. So I'm going along and I'm thinking to myself, how come in this stitch, which is still just a knit stitch, I have a perfect edge? That is why I feel that it is the yarn, because I'm not any different knitter. I haven't learned any more than I knew when I worked on the other one, and I'm still doing it. And this is absolutely straight. So it's got to be the yarn. So that is my new whip. And I'm hoping that this isn't going to take me till doomsday. You may or may not see it often. Just depends on how much work I get done on it. And then I have another one. And this one is living, not in a bag. This one is in a handmade bowl that I purchased a couple years ago at a craft show. I had to have it. I was just in love with that. It was at a show that I was at and she was at. So inside I put a cake in there, and I like to use a bowl for cakes because of that. And if it is something that's small enough to go with me, I will use a Christie Tea Doddles bag, and then I would just leave it in there and don't take it out. But this is a skein, or it's a cake of Mandala Baby, and it is Echo Waves. This is a 3-light, and it has 590 yards on it. Now my plan is to do this shawl. This shawl is a bod shawl. It's the shawl 575. I've done it before a couple of times, and I'm planning on using at least 2 of these cakes of baby on it. And that is the easiest pattern, but yet it looks complicated. I absolutely love doing this pattern because you use a J hook and a 3-light and a zip along, and it comes out so nice. Like I said, I've done it in a couple of different colors, and I'm really enjoying this. Just mindless, you know. Although it is 5-row repeat, it's really nice. I'll link the pattern down below. So let's see. That's all my whips, right? Yes, I think I caught up with all my whips. So my last hat for April I made out of Vanna White oatmeal tweed. It is a 4 medium, and it is hand, or I mean, no, it's not hand. It's machine washable. Oh no, it has rayon as the tweeds. So it's 92% acrylic, 8% rayon. And oatmeal is beige with the tweeds. So it has black or dark brown tweeds and brown tweeds. It's very nice. So what I did was I did a pattern that it's my favorite messy bun pattern. I have a few of them saved, but this one, I found it on, when they came out with the messy buns, there was a group that made their own group, and all it was just messy buns or beanies or hats, or I don't know. But anyway, I joined it, and you had to be a free pattern or whatever, but I got it off of that, and I think it was just messy buns. And this one has a very detailed cable. So you start with the brim, and you do 60 rows of brim in the back loop. Now, of course, I changed the pattern. I do not use the back loop for the whole row. The first and the last stitch, I go into both stitches. That gives you a substantial brim rather than this wimpy edge on both ends. So it gives you a substantial brim on the edge, and then when you go to do your first row, it makes much easier to find the holes and do your first row in each of the rows. So that's what I changed there. Then as you go up, I changed the hook size too, because it was coming out to be more for a young girl, maybe 10 or 11, 12 years old. And I wanted it to be an adult, so I changed it to a J hook. And it comes out perfect now. So there's a cabling, and you do 4 sets of the cables, and then you just decrease 2 or 3 rows or to your desired, and that's it, and you're done. It always comes out so nice. So that's my hat number 25, the end of April, and I'll start May out fresh. I don't have any hats going on right now. I have one more finished object to show you. And I am proud of it. This one is made out of the bamboo pop that I bought from, I believe it was Premier. No, it wasn't from Premier's website, but it's Universal Yarns, and it was from Willow's website. So I had turquoise, and I had Princess Pops. I remember. Princess Pops is not it either. Princess Dots is it. Just too much. Anyway, that was the one with all the dots on. The purple and the pink and the turquoise dots. So as you can see, I used almost all of that and just about all of that. So that's all I have left. Okay, so shall I show you the dress first? Yeah, okay, so here's the dress. I was inspired by a Rebecca Lee pattern. However, I did not do the whole pattern exactly like she does it, but I did a lot of the pieces. I did not add a ribbon on this one. I let it go because the colors in the dress tend to be a statement. So I figured it didn't need anything. It didn't need ribbon in the details. It had enough fanciness in the dress. She did all one color. The whole entire dress was one color, and I decided to change it up and do it like this. So I added a couple, 3 little roses across there, and that's it. I added a little bit of etching on the neckline, and that's it. And I put 3 fancy turquoise buttons on the back, which she did not do that either. She used an eyelet, I believe. So that came out beautiful, and it is nice and airy. It is, I'm going to say this would be a 3-month-old. Now, I'm going to list it as a 0 to 3 months because you always want to grow into your baby stuff, and rather than it be too small right from the get-go. So that will be in my Etsy shop. It does have a pair of shoes. These I wanted to scream. What I wanted was, of course, I wanted them to match. And I was trying to get a laciness to the cuff. And I did not succeed in what I wanted. However, they are acceptable to me. You can wear them this way, or you can just turn them down. Now, they do have the foot in there. But I think that after being washed, which there's no ribbon, so you don't have to worry about that. They can go in the washer, go in the dryer. That this is going to loosen up a little bit and be more like what I was hoping. But if you like these and you think they're cute, let me know your thoughts. Because I have tried it 3 different ways, and this is the way that they ended up coming out. So I hope that you enjoyed my video today, and I'm so glad you all comment. I read all of them. I love them. I love your comments. I love that you are doing stuff with me on my Facebook page. I just love this community. It's so much fun. And I will see y'all next week. Take care. Bye now.